Quick Slants is presented by your local New England Honda dealers.
Think you can throw a football over them mountains? Maybe your lucky week. Welcome to Quick Slants. There is a blank space at starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. Bill, who's going to fill it?
Let you know on Sunday.
Who plays? Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, Will Greer, or you? That is the topic du jour. But more important is this question. How the hell do you let it get here? Thanksgiving. The team's 2-8. And you don't know who's going to play quarterback, not because there are too many good options, but because they all kind of suck. I'll say it again. Even us morons could see this iceberg back in August. I tweeted this after the last preseason game. After a tepid summer performance at best, the Patriots should be giving more thought to an experienced backup for Mac Jones if they're an aspiring playoff team. And the owner says they better be. Zappi for longer than a cameo is dicey. Well, we know how that's turned out. Mac for more than a quarter, you know, he's gone to a place that we didn't anticipate. He didn't get hurt, but he did get damaged. And the lack of protection led to a lack of composure that cost the Patriots games, and now he's borderline unusable. And it turns out the master plan for 2023 was not sufficient. We realized that, and the backup plan was even less sufficient. The game plan, ladies and gentlemen, it's right here. TB on BB. We'll listen to that. Also, a giant conundrum faces the Patriots as they see the New York Giants. Jaden Daniels, anyone? Polls, comments. But the reason everybody has shown up today, and this is what you do when the team's 2-8, you bring in the great Kay Adams from FanDuel. How are you, buddy?
I'm better than Patriot fans out there. Listen, I have a Patriots fan in my life, and I'm trying to get a holiday present. I wanted to buy a jersey, and I literally today was thinking, whose jersey do I buy? Who's the star? I can't go with the quarterback. You got Mac Jones, 10 picks to 10 touchdowns this year. What do you do? I guess Matthew Judon, I guess, question mark. We need stars. We need to draft better. We need to make changes. I'll say this. I'm excited to see how it ends. The Bill Belichick thing, I was talking to Gronk about it last week. He thinks it's not over for Bill and the Patriots. I think it's over, and I think it's over via trade.
You think it's over via trade? Okay,
yeah, I do.
Agree that it's over. I don't think we're going to see almost certainly a divorce during the season, but I think a parting of the ways is inevitable. Do you think the Patriots shepherd this trade forward, or do you think that Bill is the initiator?
I think it was already talked about, and I think the Commanders look like a nice little destination. So I'm just going to say that is my little hot take du jour on this show as we're spinning plates here for these 2-8 Patriots. Also, shout out, Nick Caserio deserves some love for all those years keeping this. I mean, what Nick Caserio is doing down with the Texans. I talk about the Texans every day on Up and Adams and what they're doing with their draft picks, what they did with Stroud, what they did. Nick Caserio. See, we can say what we want about Tom and Bill running the show, but he clearly had his handprints all over the success with those championships. All right, those are my takes. Now it's time for Quick Fire presented by our local New England Honda dealers. First, let's hear from Jelani Tabai on the Pats quarterback situation. Here's Jelani.
Whoever's chosen, we got the back, I'm not sure what that decision is. I'm only controlling what I can on the defensive side, but whatever happens with that room, us as defensive players will be ready to back them up and find ways to, get the ball back in their hands.
Okay, I look at this. Yeah, there's a trickle-down effect here. Wasn't sure who was going to take it because you came charging out of the gates on this program. This is why we love you. There's a trickle-down effect. It's not inevitable that if you don't know who the quarterback is, there's a level of listlessness that might filter in as you're saying, are we even taking this seriously, Kay?
The producer was talking in my ear. I didn't hear anything, but I bet you made a great point, Tom. I love you. All right, next up, notable Patriot players having good seasons. We love PFF. We use their numbers all the time. Here they are, some paths and where they're ranked. At safety, interior defender, you've got David Andrews there, the 10th ranked center. You love it. So is there a bright side here?
No, it's not a bright side necessarily. It's a sliver. It's an area that's bright. It's like in a room that's completely dark otherwise. There's a little pinhole of light coming in, and you're seeing it there. So there are some elements to this Patriots team that you could say, well, that wasn't bad. But even guys like Jabril Peppers, their best player on defense this year, if it wasn't for Tavai, I think, arguably, he might be injured this week. He's walking around with a little wrap on. So it's been a bleak season. That was just so I wasn't bleak for the entire 21 minutes.
Yes, if we were going to a concert, it'd be called Bleak 182, my friend Tom. But we got to give love to some of those defensive players. And honestly, Tavai's not getting any love on the national level, so I'll be sure to talk about him on Up and At 'Em. When I do this, what do you think? I think Tommy DeVito. You guys got the Giants this week. You're off rest. Maybe there's some bright side action here, but here's his stats in 2 starts. Not bad. He's a winner. The team loves him. His mom does his laundry, blah, 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 blah. Another Giant showdown?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different when you look at this Patriots-Giants showdown compared to 07 or 2011 or some of the great regular season games they've had. But to me, they're wrestling right now, Kay, against Tommy Gabagoo with do they want to win the game or not? Do they want to deal with a team that they are head-to-head against in the draft rankings and win this football game and drop further behind them, perhaps? Very sticky, very sticky.
I talked to Daniel Jones today. He's having surgery tomorrow on that ACL. I said, you're in that quarterback room. You're trying to get Tommy DeVito going. He said he's so confident. That's sort of the quality that he kept harping on outside of him wearing black tank tops and gold chains and liking chicken farm. That was Daniel Jones' take on Tommy DeVito. Confidence that transcends, and the players to rally around him.
Today's poll results, and this is presented by Shaw, perfecting the art of fresh. I asked simply, who should the Patriots go to at quarterback this week? Just roll with Mac, 30%. Let Zappy cook. Only 11% want to see Old Bailey right now. I really want Will Greer. 23% of people thought that. And 35%, an overwhelming amount, Kay, said, give us Malik. That would be Malik Cunningham. Okay.
All right, here's a comment. Pat's chatter. ABM, anyone but Mac. Christian saying any of the quarterbacks, they're just going to run the ball 50 times. At least give us Malik so we can lose with some excitement. Okay, Jacob says we don't have a starter on the roster. Tom said the head coach has a small role on game day, but the quarterback has a major role. Your guy Mac's hurting this team. Mark says when he just posted a picture of a jugs machine.
I absolutely love that.
Machine. AI, that's the answer. Let's have an AI quarterback. All right, that's amazing, and we love to see it, Tom.
Yeah, now from you, I want the K-makers. Kay, for FanDuel, does her picks, her dead mortal locks. It's called the K-makers.
Yes.
Give me a couple for this week.
I wrote a couple up because I really racked my brain for this one. It's Thanksgiving, 3 games, of course. Then we have the Black Friday game. How about David Montgomery? He's just, when we talk to K-makers, we're talking anytime touchdown scores. He's scoring touchdowns at a crazy clip. 8 touchdowns, guys, in 7 games. They've got the Packers this week, Lions, Packers 28th ranked run defense. Michael Pittman, Colts got to air it out a little bit to beat this Bucs squad. Can't run right at the heart with Vita Vea and company. So I think, their secondary is giving it up. Michael Pittman scores a touchdown.
I literally can't keep up with you. It's like you're on 78, I'm on 33. You're flying. I think it's unbelievable. It raises the game for everybody, and it's been going on for years. We're going to roll it back now with a skit from way back in 2015. Check it out, yep.
Hey, guys, come over here for a second. Listen, I don't know if you saw this Roethlisberger thing, I don't care if that was a phone he was using on the sideline or not. I don't think we should have phones on the Quick Slant set at all.
What?
I'm with you.
Yeah, no phones.
Okay, Dad and Dad. All that and so much more right after this on Quick Slants.
All right, and go to break.
Is that a take? Awesome.
Wait a second. What is she doing?
Woodhead or
We talked about this. No cell phones. Tom, will you go tell Kay she can't use her cell phone on the set, please?
What? Not on my watch, she's not. Kay!
Hey, Tom.
Were you using a cell phone? Nate said you had a cell phone going out here.
I heard him earlier, loud and clear, no cell phone. My shoe? I just have a shoe. It's a Chuck Taylor. Does it look like a telephone to you?
Nate, it was a shoe. We thought it looked like a cell phone.
I'm on TV. Hello, McFly.
Sorry. I love her. You still got it Look at all that hair on both of us.
First of all, the fake hair. What did I think? I was like a Nashville country singer. Disgusting. Secondly, my makeup. Did I not understand under eye concealer? Did I not why did I have black eyes every day? Why were you such a bad friend that you didn't tell me this? Also, this is probably where I earned my SAG-AFTRA card, because my acting skills are.
That was really good. Oh, hey, it's a shoe. All right, Kay, love you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being here with us today.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Thanksgiving, New England.
She's the best. Seriously, she really makes you raise your game. My Slant coming up after the break. You're going to like it, I guess. Yeah, you will. Growth Potential, brought to you by Dr. Matthew Lepresti. Look younger, feel younger, get your hair back with Leonard Hair Transplant Associates. Here's some bleak news for you. You're wondering just how bad it is right now? Point differential. How much have the Patriots been outscored by so far? Well, 97 points, and that's through 10 games. What are the worst numbers previously? You have to go all the way back to 1992 to find one where it was more than 100. And look at that average points per game. This is one of the worst. And again, it's been a 30-year drought. Is that 30? Or is that almost 40? Buckets, am I wrong? 30, that's 30, yeah. Oh, I actually got married around then, so yeah, it's 30. All right, I think there's a lot to take from Tom Brady. The first thing I'm going to take away is that he remains unbelievably loyal to Bill Belichick, regardless of how things ended and how agitated he might have been in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. He now realizes, man, that guy made me so friggin' good. And he did. But what you also have to realize if you're Tom Brady, when he makes that mention of the quarterback having more of a role on game day than the head coach, he's exactly right. But what the quarterback is looking at is what the head coach put around him. So while Tom in 2007 was looking at Randy Moss, Mac Jones is looking at Devontae Parker. Mac Jones is looking at Juju Smith-Schuster, and Tom Brady was looking at Wes Welker. Defensively, you were looking at Vrabel. You were looking at Adalius Thomas when he was pretty good. You were looking at Harrison, Asante Samuel coming off a Pro Bowl season. You were dotted all over your roster with players who are at the apex of their careers. And with the Patriots, as Kay mentioned at the top of the show, I don't know whose jersey you would buy. I don't know who on this Patriots team is going to be in that NFL's top 100 next year. They might get shut out. So while Tom Brady is exactly right that Bill probably is coaching the same way, he didn't have a Scott Pioli or a Nick Caserio to check him, to help him. He didn't have a Dante Scarnecchia or a Charlie Weiss or a Romeo Crennel to carry out what he did. More importantly than anything else, he doesn't have as a first lieutenant a Tom Brady, who if Bill said jump, Tom would say how high. Meanwhile, as there's scrutiny around Bill Belichick right now, there is also plenty of scrutiny around other coaches across the NFL. Here's a couple of them.
My focus is on coaching this team, of trying to get these guys to understand that there's a fine line in this league of winning and losing, and finding a way to get a win. That's what I'm focused on. I'll let you guys, fire me each week or not fire me. I apologize. I appreciate your question. I do. I will always understand that. We have to improve and we have to win. Those are things that we have to do.
I have full confidence, like I've told you, and like I've told you from the beginning, I have full confidence in our way of playing. Full confidence in myself as the play caller, in the way that we teach, and the way that we scheme. Full confidence in that. We got to bring this group together and do it consistently, okay? And that's where it's at. So you can stop asking that question, okay? I'm going to be calling the defenses, okay? So we're clear. So you don't have to ask that again.
He put his foot down. All right, here's some openings around the National Football League that could be happening. Chargers, you saw Brandon Staley there. Commanders, Panthers, Jets. I don't know about the Jets. Bears, Falcons. I don't know about the Falcons. Raiders, yeah, maybe. Tennessee Titans. Those are all fair, though, Buckets. All fair game, because the upshot is there's going to be a lot of openings and opportunities. And as you heard Kay Adams explain earlier in the program, and as I've said many times too, it's inevitable that Bill Belichick is going to leave. Kay upping the ante a little bit and saying that Bill Belichick will be traded. Now, I think the main reason the Patriots would not remove Bill Belichick from the head coaching position during the season is because there's a level of dignity that you have to have for the greatest coach of all time. But I think also that contract that Bill has signed represents an opportunity for the Patriots to perhaps move on from Bill, and he either moves with the contract or there becomes an offset to whatever Bill is being paid with the new team he engages with, and the Patriots get something back via draft pick. But there is an awful lot there. Bill has to agree. The owner has to be somebody that Bill would want to work for. He has to have the right amount of control and salary. And honestly, which media horde, fan base, and locker room wants to see Bill strolling through that door? I think those are all very much TBD, to be determined over the next 2 months. But hopefully it doesn't become as Machiavellian as we saw things get 25 to 30 years ago here. All right, coming up after this night ends and then the morning comes and tomorrow night comes, Wednesday at 6 o'clock, catch the game plan. Disco Tommy Giles has the latest from Foxborough as the Patriots get ready to visit the Giants. The game plan presented by your local New England Honda dealers. All right, coming up next, you don't even have to wait the whole night. We're going to talk about Jayden Daniels, the LSU phenom.
Let's talk to Patriots fans specifically. What's the biggest draw for Jayden Daniels being the potential next Patriots quarterback?
His ability to play above the X's and O's, and you need that in this era of the NFL. Plays are not going to go as you design it, as you draw it up on a whiteboard. You have to be able to make things happen out there in a game of moving parts. You know, it's 11 different pieces on both sides of the ball that can go haywire on any given play. You got to be able to play above that. And Jayden Daniels, dating back to his time at Arizona State, has always been able to play above the X's and O's, let alone his ability as a passer, let alone his ability as a runner. That's easy to see. But a lot of times people would struggle to find the it factor. And for me, is that it is how you handle pressure, how you handle end of game situations, pressure of the moment, pressure of the situation, pressure coming from the opposing defense. To me, all of that is what makes the it. And I feel like Jayden Daniels, when you watch the games and you watch the film, you can see the it, and he has it.
All right, we got early edition coming up in a second, and Giardi and Albert are over there, and they're chip. I said, shut up. They didn't.
Poor Tom.
See? All right, Jayden Daniels, to me, is going to be a fascinating piece in this draft. Right now, he could be a Heisman Trophy candidate, and he's already targeted kind of as a second-round pick. If he's a riser, well, that means he's nosing his way into the first round. And now you have Caleb Williams and Drake May and Bo Nix and Penix and Jayden Daniels. You got options, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a quarterback. So you know what that means to me? Wherever the Patriots end up, trade down. Yeah, you're trading down. You're moving down to around number 8. You're going to take whatever tackle you need, and then you're going to take Jayden Daniels or whoever. We got time to work this out.